Good morning and Jai Hind, my dear students. This is Shabnamara, your facilitator and teacher. So, here today we have a new poem, O Captain, My Captain by Walter Whitman. Walter Whitman was an American who never met with Abraham Lincoln but was a great admirer of him. Abraham Lincoln was the president of that time America from 1860 to 1865. When Abraham Lincoln became the president of US, there was a culture of slavery. Slavery is what? It's a culture to have a human as a slave by purchasing him. This was the inhuman. So, for this Abraham Lincoln spread a movement not to keep the human as a slave. This was the reason of civil war in 1861. The country divided into two parts, one for the favorer and second for the anti-party, which were the South state and North state. Ultimately, after a long struggle, the President of US won the Civil War and rehabilitated the situation of slaves. But obviously the anti-party, the political opponent were not agree and they took the revenge by shooting him up while watching the play in a theater. He was shot dead by John Wilkes Booth. And as I told, the countrymen were very happy, enjoyed, celebrated, thrilled their victory and sudden death of their dear president. The country plunged into sorrow and a mournful situation created for the countrymen in between. Walt Whitman got an opportunity to write an elegy for his dear president, who is Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Thus, the central theme of the poem is mourn on the death of the state president. This is an elegy. Elegy is a form of poetry writing. In an elegy, the poet writes the sad song in praise of someone dearer who passed away. Now, this is the time to start explanation of the poem. This is a three stanzas poem. O Captain, my Captain. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck. The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear. The people are exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But O heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies fallen cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain, who is the captain? Who is addressed here by the poet? This is an apostrophe, the figure of speech to address someone. Captain is a symbolized word for the President Abraham Lincoln and also used ship or vessel, which is symbolized here for the country US. Therefore, the poet addressing to his state's captain, lovingly, so dearly, O Captain, my dear Captain. This is the time when we won the Civil War after a long struggle and we achieved the victory of, and the victorious bell is ringing. Everywhere inside the country, the people are celebrating, feeling exalted. When we are achieving the big victory, the reward of bravery, meanwhile, you have got a shot dead, and the country plunged into sorrow and unexpected grief. Your drops of blood bleeding on the deck of the ship means on ground on the floor, and now your body became cold means you are dead. The second stanza is, O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle thrills. For you bouquets and ribbon wreaths, for you the shores are crowding, for you they call. They swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head, it is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. Again, in this second stanza, the poet mournfully addressing his captain of the ship means the president of the state. Please get up, wake up, rise up and listen the mesmerizing ringing bell for rejoicing the victory. The victorious signs are all around. See, just see all the things. The flying flag, the thrill of the bugle. Please rise up, my captain, and let's enjoy our victory. The happy moment from the Civil War. For you, I mean, in your welcome, the countrymen are crowded with flower, with bouquet for your welcome. They are eager to see you, they are eager to welcome you, but here they are gathered for you, for welcoming you, but they heard the news of your sad death. Ah, their faces turned pale in grief. Again, the poet started groaning in grief and addressed to his captain as his father and said that I can't believe that you are dead. You are no more with us. You are cold. Your cold head is in my hands. This is for me merely a dream, nothing else. That you are cold, your body is cold, and you are fallen down on the ground. The third stanza written by the poet is my captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and down. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with object won. Exalt, O shores, and ring, O bells. But I with mournful tread walk the deck, my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Third stanza of the poem by Walt Whitman is like this. The country fell in grief after listening the death of their president and the captain of the country. Ship is no more, he is dead now. And not answering, not speaking, his lips grew pale and still without speaking, without movement. And the country, the state, US, the symbolized ship is now totally safe after winning the Civil War. The voyage, the sea journey of the ship is now over, finished, done. Means after overcoming all the difficulties of the war, when people got free from slavery and ready for their fearless journey and rejoicing for their freedom, ringing the happy bell. But what happened? Alas, it is very mournful to me, to the poet, and to the countryman. Tread is a pathway. Tread means is a pathway on which you are bothered to follow. It means here the poet is bothered to follow. The poet is bothered to plunge in sorrow, in grief, in a mournful situation after his president's death. Walk the deck, my captain lies. It means the country, the ship is here to survive. Country तो आगे चलती रहेगी, but the captain, the president Abraham Lincoln, now he is died. He is lies on the deck, on the floor, after winning the war for his people, for his countrymen. He is no more now. It's a sorrowful moment. It's a sorrow for me, for the poet, and the poet says again. Finally, the summary of the poem is like this. O Captain, my captain. This poem is written by Walt Whitman. It's an elegy and written at the situation of death Abraham Lincoln, the president of America, वो अमेरिका के प्रेसिडेंट थे, और उन्होंने अब्राहम लिंकन को अपने देश का, अपने कंट्री का एज ए कैप्टन, कंट्री को शिप और प्रेसिडेंट को शिप का कैप्टन सिम्बलाइज किया है इस पोएम में, और उन्हें एड्रेस किया है, ओ कैप्टन, माय कैप्टन, नाउ यू आर डेड एंड वी आर, हम सब लोग जो हैं वो अब उदास हो गए हैं आपके डेथ पर, और हमारा देश जो है, हमारी कंट्री जो है, कंट्रीमैन जो है, वो सिविल वॉर को विन करने के बाद वो लोग हैप्पी एंजॉय कर रहे थे, हैप्पी मोमेंट को एंजॉय कर रहे थे, बट आपकी सडन डेथ ने पूरे देश को उदासी में डुबा दिया है, और पोएट जो है उसी उदास मोमेंट को अपनी इस 3 स्टेंजा की पोयम में पूरी तरह से डिस्क्राइब करने की कोशिश कर रहा है अपनी फीलिंग्स को शेयर करके. So that's all for all the about the poem. So my dear students, okay, the environment turned little bit very heavy after the mournful elegy description. So let's change the mood, read for your examination, learn more new words, try to understand the theme and the idea of the poem. Okay, so which will be very helpful to you all. So thank you and Jai Hind everyone.